we can finish this in less than 30 minutes. Kaya mo 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes lang ta. Okay, mahuman na ta. So, your final project is actually a creative digital collage. As you can see here, is it readable, guys? Mabasa ra? Basa naman, no? Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
your final requirement is a creative digital collage. So basically, you know what a collage is, di ba? So you put things all together and create a concept, and basically it's a collage. So for this time, your final performance task is an individual task. Okay, so review, revisit, and the different content material on our modules and the different aspects of unpacking the self. Okay, review lang and then choose and pick out images and photos that best represent the specific aspect of yourself in terms of spiritual, physical, sexual, material, and digital self. So all in all, your collage should be composed of images that, okay, not just any other images, huh? Not just any images, but images that are carefully picked out or chosen to relate or symbolize these aspects of yourself. Again, the images should be carefully picked out, okay? Because they must show how all these parts of yourself make up the totality of you as a person, okay? So once you have your pictures, you choose as many pictures as you can, but make sure what you can do is you categorize them as to which aspect would this represent. If this represents physical aspect, if this represents your spiritual aspect, or digital, and etc. So that's the first thing you have to do. Categorize the pictures. Then once you have categorized the pictures, create a collage. Okay, make a representation through a collage of your experiences and or journey through each of in the quest of understanding yourself. Okay. So note that a well done collage is formed of pieces that are all related to an overarching concept. And what overarching concept would this be? It would be understanding oneself through unpacking the self. Okay. So, meaning, even if the audience cannot immediately identify the connection between all elements, makita gihapon ang iyong theme, ang iyong concept that you are trying to convey in your collage. Okay, so you can prepare to make the collage by finding all the necessary original photos that you think best represents a specific aspect of yourself. So, pangita mo daan. So, kana yung mga pictures, inyo na i-categorize daan. Okay? Categorize them and accordingly. If this is material, this is digital, okay? Or this is sana mga spiritual and the like. Okay? If you think you can also there are pictures on the net which best includes which you would like it to include because you think that it best represents yourself, you may. However, okay, you can look at free affordable stock images on online. However, preferably guys, ganahan ko nga ang mga pictures nga anyong gipili inyong gyud. Okay, so I want you to 90% should be original photos of you. Okay. Question, Miss, it does it have to be a person? Does it have to be do I have to be seen in all pictures? Not necessarily, but make sure there's one picture there in your collage that you are clearly and vividly seen. Okay? Pwede siya, it could be, for example, about material self, pwede siya imuhang pitaka or something that an item that you bought from your own pocket. Okay? But yeah, also you have to explain that later. So important, as I've said, make sure you are able to include images of yourself in the collage itself. Be sure you are clearly and vividly seen in the collage, as I've mentioned. Question so far before I continue? Do you have any questions, Kayara? Kaya ra? Okay, kaya ra ni eh. Sa'yo na ni siya. Okay. So, next question, Miss, kanang unsang paghimo collage? There are a lot of technological online applications actually on online that you can use to generate your collage. However, there's an however. Do not just simply generate anything. Like the concept and the creativity should still come from you. You can modify, right? Or you can use Canva and there okay. So pwede niyo manually create or you can generate it, but again, kailangan makita ang your collage in the overall output. Make sure I can clearly see that there is effort. Nagay effort because nga you do not just simply put all together all the pictures together and then human na. Wala lang, parang wala lang. Okay? So there should be effort and the concept should be carefully thought of, not just simply generated pictures and create something out of it. Do you get what I mean? Kanang para wala for the sake of submission lang inyo ha ba? So I don't want to see that on your collage. I want to see effort. I want to see concept. I want to see creativity in your collage. So include a slogan. Okay, include a slogan uh, that represents how you are able to unpack yourself and your creative collage. And you may use English, Filipino, or the Cebuano language, whatever language you're comfortable with, but make sure I can understand it. So this is uh, how you make your collage. Next part is I want you to explain your collage. While explaining, while taking time to explain your collage, I want you to take note of the following. Look into how each of the aspect of the self, like physical, spiritual, sexual, material, and digital self, relate to the chosen images. How you're chosen how you choose a metaphor how you choose a metaphor for collage and its meaning, how these aspects lead to a better self-awareness and self-understanding of them, and of course how understanding and awareness lead to better self-love and or self-care. Okay, and again, kailangan ha makita ang inyong identity, inyong self at a glance lang. Sa glance lang makakita na kog concept, makakita na kog theme sa iyong collage. Okay, so make sure your collage is meaningful and impactful. So by explaining it or when, Miss, pwede ba mo add og text sa collage? Yes, you can add in text. Okay, you may add in text in the collage itself. So if you do, you use concrete nouns and precise verbs. And in your explanation, use concrete nouns and precise verbs too to convey your intended message. Use powerful images that help you transmit your message mo na you do not you carefully uh, picked out pictures, best pictures that represent these different aspects. You be relevant and be careful of grammatical glitches. So example, I get this from the net, but I'll show you examples later on. Okay. So use e-poster in presenting your in JPEG format preferably. Okay. For creating a poster, you may look into this site. Okay. So choose a form to outline your collage. This can be a symbol or a metaphor of your understanding of yourself. Hence, make sure your collage has a distinct or distinguishable form, just like this one. I get this, the sample is from the net. Kani, kita man gyapon. Okay? Now, this is the side view of a person. It's just if you can add text if you want. This is a tree. Okay, this is a tree. So how, on another file, your explanation kanang should be on another file. The last time, the last class I had kanang previous sem, I had it in one file tanan nga collage and explanation. But I realized it's hard for me to do with that when I am grading your collage. So this time, okay, I would really prefer that your explanation is in another file. So if you can see your module, there's a page there where you can submit your digital collage. There's another page where you can submit your explanation. So lahi siya nga file na lang. Dili siya iusa. Unlike the previous classes I had in the previous sem, okay, I realized it was hard or it was difficult for me to score both. Okay. So briefly explain the message or information or you have with your images in the collage in 8 to 10 sentence paragraph. So all in all, you will be uploading two files. So the first file is containing your collage. So that is one page. And then another page of your canvas, you will upload your collage explanation. So here is the rubric. How will I grade your collage? So composition, and organization. So if it's creative, if it has an eye-catching layout, okay, there is your pictures presents amount of information, not too much or not too little. Okay, there's balance. Okay, so graphics in images used to reflect the theme, which is unpacking the self. So ang graphics inyo, ang pictures inyo are edited in an appropriate size and are arranged neatly. So meaning kailangan there is care and there is a concept, there is effort. Nakita na ko effort sa inyong pagbuhat sa inyong collage. And that is 10 points. Another is information. Okay, your collage clearly and effectively communicates your experiences, your journey and quest to self-understanding and self-management. Okay. So the your slogans should be relevant to the overall theme. Third, of course, creativity. As I've said, we did not just simply put all the pictures all together as one. Kanang kailangan na give away creativity, guys. Okay, you are innovative. You have innovative ideas when creating your collage poster. Okay, so na overall visual impact ba. Next, benefits and word choice. So the idea shown is thoroughly applied and motivate change to improve the self in a meaningful way. Okay. So the so if you put in text, you have there uh words that describe your identity. So this rubric only presents your your collage. Okay. The rubric for the explanation is on the page. Wala na ko nabutang din he. The scoring guide for your explanation is on the page itself on where you have to upload your explanation. So let me go over this. Anyway, any questions or any clarifications? Okay. Kanasa kay deadline ani guys? Anawa sa inyong kuan. Anawa sa inyong canvas. The deadline is on when was that? What was indicated there? May. Tinawa ko na sa deadline. May.
May 15 Miss.
Okay, May 15 at 11 p.m. Is that okay? Is that fine with everybody? So I think that would be fine, right? Okay, so si Amir na unsa naman ka Amir gaduwa-duwa si Amir. Okay, anyway. Oh, kana so May 15, ha? Okay, May 15. Now let me go through some samples of the previous batch of their collage. For example, kani, ito yung team. As I've seen, kailangan nagyapon mo. Before guys, I had political self. I include political self because it's election campaign mo to. Election period ba? So I opted to have political self. But this time, instead of discussing political self, I had material self. Material self ta karon. Okay? So na siya spiritual stuff. This is what I say. I prefer that you also label or if label the pictures if you can, just like what he did here. Spiritual self, physical self, so niya, digital self. Okay, but again, as I prefer nga daidahang tao instead of just simply you know and anyway, you will have to explain kani just like this one. Last time, gipabutang na ako usa ka file. But when I was grading this kind of file, I found it difficult to kanang score it in Canvas. So mo na karon separate na ninyo ang explanation on another file for me to grade it accordingly according to the rubric. Okay, another example. Okay, yaha, klaro, di ba? So, conquer the world with a lion heart. Any comment on this one? Klaro ang outline. Yes, it's a lion na text. But any comment? There's something wrong with this picture, with this collage. Unsay kuan na ni? Unsay makasulti ninyo? Ani nga collage? There's something wrong actually. Like, mao na ko naman na okay siya but at a glance, but once you examine it, na ako'y giminus na ko. What do you think? Now, tutuki ang collage, guys. Unsay inyong na-observe? Unsay na-observe? Ah, sorry guys, kani balik ta ha. Ani, unsay na-observe ninyo be? Alang remove ta. Balik, yes, Vivian. Balik-balik ang photos. Correct. Nice observation, Vivian. Balik-balik ang photos, which I definitely do not like. Ha? So, if pakabantay, balik-balik lagi yung photos. So, at a glance, hindi tayo, oh, lion, wow. But, na siya texted. No, na siya mga text, bakit lang sa text. But, if, sorry, saan na to? Oh, here. If nakakita mo, balik-balik, one, pila balik, one, two, three, one, two, balik-balik ra. So, mo kung giingon nga, you have to carefully choose photos nga. I prefer that you, kanang gihata kang effort. So, minus na ng balik-balik ha. Okay? Another example is this one. Nalingaw ko ani. Unsa ni iyang gikuan? Unsa ni iyang gikuan? It's a flower vase. Ingon siya flower vase daw na. Lingaw siya but okay. Sige lang. Hindi pa siya explanation. So let yourself grow with all your heart from seed to full bloom. Okay? So iya kay flower vase daw siya. So nalingaw sa ani iyang kuan. Iyang collage. Another one. Okay, here. Ang kuan lang ani kay iyang gisagol tanan again I prefer nga kung puwede naamoy mga creative ways to label what the category. Okay, to label the category. Unless your pictures depict very clear, relevant connection to the aspect. But if not, kuan lang, butangin lang yun ang label. If pwede, creatively put label. I don't know where you put it, but I prefer to like this one. Init na siya. Klaro kay bro. Pero tanang pictures niya, para na ako ha. I'm not sure. Para na ako kay, mura mag-physical tanan. Kabantay mo? Init iyahang kuan, but murag physical ra tanan iyang na for me ha, for my impression, okay iyahang kuan, okay iyahang um okay iyahang outline. There's a distinguishable form, but most likely the pictures are dominantly about physical. Okay, kana daghang kay physical and gamay ra kaayo ang kuan. So have equal amount of pictures as much as possible. Have equal amount of pictures for the different aspects. Okay? If as much as possible, have equal amount of pictures. Iniwang muna akong ingon nga, you have to carefully pick out the images. Anyway, when you generate images or generate collage online, pwede man mo ka-edit mo sa picture na di ba? Ma-edit man na, ma-remove and then ma-replacean when you generate a collage. So, do not just simply put in pictures that are dominantly physical at nakalimtan ang uban. So that's what is wrong here in this picture. Okay, yes, take note. Tanaw mo ko sa iyong collage. I'm not just simply, one glass. Tanaw na ko mga picture. O, tanaw, nag-swimming siya, nag-sport siya, nag-bike siya. Oh, sama na siya, nag-sports fest. It's more on the physical, right? Oh, di ba? So, wala kay na-depict ang ubang aspects. So, minus na sad na siya sa total score. You get what I mean? Okay? Next example, sa to ko na example guys. Kani, okay na siya, however, what's the but here? There was the however. What's wrong with this? Okay na siya, it's clear the form is okay. Okay, but if you notice kanang naglibog ko nganong pagkaon iyang usual okay, pagkaon iyang usual kabantay mo, naglibog gid ko. Ano pagkaon and when I read, I tried reading the explanation. Wala man sa explanation nga daghang if you notice, dominantly it's more on food. Kabantay mo, pagkaon dinhi, pagkaon didto. Yeah, I tried reading I tried reading his explanation. Wala sa explanation. He did not elaborate ngano dominantly kuan food o burger. Sa ni mga pagkaon din nga daghang kayo. And then places nga I don't know, he just picked it out on the net. Random kaayo ba? And there kani klaro kay political. Okay, sa una nag-discuss mo ko political guys kay election man. But karon ako lang gikuha ang political, i-listen akong material self. Okay? Klaro man siya kay ingon mo kung kailangan naa siya sa picture o naman siya. Usa ka picture klaro ka na. But the rest is more on I don't know, vague, ambiguous pictures which I don't like. Kay mura siya randomly put into all together lang without any relevance to the theme. Like, labot sa pagkaon. I was thinking, elaborate sa ayang explanation. Wala man. Pagdako, ninot ka siya kuan ang pagdako. Ninot ka siya og slogan. But wala man siya kuan klaro kay gabalik-balik na sa iyang picture and there's not much thought and effort here. Muna akong giingon nga there's not much thought and effort here. I can see. Balik-balik and then here, ano gidominant man imong pictures, why not have this picture kaning nasubos nga naa ka, kaning kani nasubos kani nga picture ngano ka kanlang ibutang nimo dinhi or kani nga tawo ibutang nimo dinhi ngano pagkaon man ang imong padako noon, ang mga tawo wala. You get what I mean? Okay, so minus na siya guys. Klaro kay wa ginuhuna ba wa effort. Wala lang gipa-generate lang sa online collage maker. There's no wala may ginahuna nga mag-edit or some whatsoever. Okay? So, are we good on this one? Any questions or any clarifications? Questions, clarifications about the final project? Kaya ra guys. So again, I want to see effort and I want to see concept and creativity in your collage. Okay. So before we end, quick reminder for everybody. Reminders lang ta ha. Okay. Or we end the session. Okay, reminders on May 5 on Friday. It will be async, so the rest of the time will be asynchronous, as I mentioned last time. You are invited if you are free. You're invited to watch the Sisafi Oration Contest at Gansi Winkle Hall. Asam ng Gansi Winkle Hall? Kanang AVR sa law building. Okay, it's an inter-school competition. As I've said, morning kay high school, ang hapon kay tertiary. So inter-school siya, CIT, CDU, UC, and the rest. Okay, so it's a whole day event on May 5. So this is a time for you to also complete your Canvas task and start creating your project. On May 8, okay, asynchronous, I'm gonna give you time to complete all your Canvas tasks. And then on May 10, note that this is the deadline for all Canvas tasks. Okay, May 10. And this is also the time for you to make your final requirement. On May 12, synchronous online exam. On May 12. Make sure your camera is working. Okay? Make sure your camera is working at that time. Okay? I need you to turn on your camera during the final exam. May 15 is the deadline for your project, which is the collage and explanation. So please take note of these schedules. And if you any clarifications, any reactions, how many questions so far? So are we okay with this one schedule? Kaya mo? Okay, if wala, so that ends our session, guys. Okay, that ends our session, and this is our last session. So thank you, and I'll see you around campus. Okay, Bye bye. Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you and goodbye,
Goodbye.
miss. Bye.
Thank you
Goodbye
and
and thank
goodbye,
you,
Miss.
Miss.
Goodbye and thank you,
Good
miss.
night.